click the link below or go straight to mr.locario.com to get the documentary Game Kings, The Definition of Game. Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So, in this video, I want to tell you guys that women don't have to approach you, okay? They don't have to approach you. And the reason why I'm saying this is because I'm seeing a lot of videos out there where guys are like, don't approach women, just make them approach you, wait for them to approach you and all this other stuff. What I'm trying to tell you guys is that women don't have to approach you, so they're not. You understand? They're not. See, guys are going from waiting for choosing signals to actually, they're taking it a step further where they're like, just wait for her to approach, right? Guys are being super delusional at this point. And see, what you have to understand is that women don't have to approach you, right? And the reason why is because guys are going to approach them. See, what's funny is there's been a bunch of videos going around where, women are like, how come men aren't approaching women anymore? And all this other stuff, right? And what you guys have to understand is that, see, the internet doesn't necessarily reflect what's actually happening in society on a large scale. So, people see a YouTube video that probably got like, 30,000 views on it or some shit like that. And they think that reflects society, as a whole, and it doesn't, right? So people get confused or they get influenced by these YouTube videos thinking that this is how shit actually is going on in real life. See, guys are still approaching women, and this is why women don't have to approach you. You understand? Guys are still approaching women, in the street, at bars, at clubs. They're still doing this. Guys are still approaching women, or I should say hollering at chicks on, these dating apps, and, social media, all this other stuff. It's still happening. Right? And so what happens is that the woman doesn't have to approach you because men are going to approach her. And women, and not even just women, but people in general, they're going to go with the path of least resistance. You see what I'm saying? So the path of least resistance for the woman is to wait for the guy to approach her. Right? Now, when I say that women aren't going to approach you, does this mean that, that never happens? No. There are times where a woman is so compelled to approach a guy and want to, talk to him or whatever, that will happen. But does it happen often? No. Think about it in your own life. How many women have approached you this week? I bet it was 0 for most of you guys, right? See, if it was just as simple as just sit back and wait for women to approach you, why would you be even listening to me or any person like me who gives dating advice and relationship advice on how to attract women? You see what I'm saying? Like, guys say these things that aren't realistic, but it sounds nice. Oh yeah, let's just wait for the ladies to approach. But they don't have to. You understand? See, the same way where women will go with the path of least resistance, which is for the guys to approach them, guys are trying to do the same thing. They're trying to be the same as women. They want to not have to actually go and approach. They just want the woman to approach them. And this is what guys will say. They'll say, well, you know why women aren't approaching you? Because you haven't leveled up. You have to, start making more money. You gotta, start get more in the gym, and then you gotta do this and do that. And then the women are going to approach you. Right? And see, what you have to understand is that guys don't realize and recognize the other side of the spectrum, meaning that a woman has her ego to protect. So sometimes even if a woman wanted to approach you, she won't. Why? Because she doesn't want to get rejected. So even if she was interested in you, what she's going to do is she'll probably not approach you and then just wait for the guy who has the balls to approach her and get with that guy. Because that's the path of least resistance on her end. You see what I'm saying? So she's gonna do what's the easiest for her to do. This is why sometimes when you're trying to make something happen with a girl and she'll just flake or she'll just stop fucking with you because let's say you're the type of guy who has some standards and you expect the chick to, you know, do a certain thing. And she's like, man, fuck all of this with this guy. I'm gonna just go over here with this fucking simp or this other beta male nigga who's gonna take me out on 3 dates and take me to dinner. Cause you know, even though I like this guy over here and he's attractive and he's an alpha male, you know, he's expecting a little too much from me. He's expecting a little too much cooperation. I ain't really trying to do all that right now. So I'm gonna go with the path of least resistance and get with this other nigga who's just gonna roll out the red carpet for me. You understand? This is what happens a lot. So the reason why the women aren't going to approach you is because they don't have to. And they don't have to because there's other guys coming at them. You understand? So even if they were interested in you, they're like, fuck it. I'd rather not, you know, make it a blow to my ego and just go with the path of least resistance so I can at least, you know, inflate my ego with the guy who's over here who wants to make something happen. Also, what you have to understand is this, and this is what guys don't get about actually approaching women. See, the act of you approaching women within itself is a turn on for the woman. Because what it's saying is that this guy takes action. He goes after what he wants. He's aggressive. He's assertive. You understand? Which is a turn on for the woman because that's showing something about your character and your behavior. You understand? And so again, I'm not saying that a woman will never fucking, you know, approach a guy or give him choosing signals. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that doesn't happen often enough and it doesn't happen for most men. I don't care how much money you get. I don't care how many hours you try to spend in the gym. You understand what I'm saying? Because look, you understand that, like, let's say, for example, you got a guy that's in the gym. Yeah, he'll look good, right? Let's say he got a 6-pack, he got some muscles and shit. You know, he's at like fucking 14% body fat or whatever the fuck it is. And he looks good, right? Then you have another guy who goes to the gym and, you know, he's working out, he's doing his thing, and he's okay looking, but he's, you know, he's just like a skinny type of dude. Right? He doesn't pack on those big ass muscles that make him look like a fucking superhero. You understand? But he's working out, he's doing his thing. So, you know, certain women who's attracted to his body type, they'll be attracted to him in certain situations. But would it make sense for him to just sit around and wait around all day for a woman to approach him, which probably is never going to happen? And if it does happen, maybe happen, I don't know, once a year, if that much. And then you got to think about who's the woman approaching you. Is this the woman you actually want and like? And are y'all going to actually be compatible when you're interacting with each other? See, the reason why the game is a numbers game is because you have to go through levels of different situations. You understand? There's different situations that, you know, take you to different levels of the interaction that are showing you whether or not you and this person is compatible. So even if you're waiting for a choosing signal and you go and approach a girl, and let's say this girl is giving you that choosing signal because she's attracted to you, and then y'all exchange numbers, right? Let's say y'all get together and go out on a date. Y'all can go out on that date and realize and recognize that there's no fucking connection. There's no chemistry there. Even though she was attracted to you, y'all don't get along. And then therefore you don't get her. See, the way that a lot of guys think is they think that things go from A to Z, right? If A happens, Z is gonna happen. And like this, like A is girl is giving me choosing signals, Z is I'm gonna fuck her. But they forget about all the other letters in the alphabet. You understand? They forget about all the other parts of the interaction that will make it to where you don't get to Z. You understand? So even if a woman approached you, right? And let's say you gave her your number, you got her number, whatever the fuck, right? And you try to get with her or holler at her, she could not return your call after that. You're gonna be like, but mr.locario, I don't understand. Why would she approach me and give me her number and not respond? Have you guys ever been in a situation where a girl gave you her number and you tried to call her and she didn't respond? Or you gave a girl your number who seemed like she was interested and she didn't reply? She didn't respond? I'm sure you guys have been in that situation. So just because one thing happens, which is her giving you the signal or her approaching you, right? Just because that happened, that does not equate to you always fucking. That does not equate to you always getting the girl. So since that is the case, that means that you have to up your numbers, meaning that you have to talk to more women. That means that you have to interact with more women, because when you're interacting with chicks, there's the chance that it's not going to work out. And just because a girl is giving you a choosing signal, or in the rare case that she approaches you, it doesn't mean it's going to work out. So in order for you to make shit happen, or in order for you to make things work out with a woman, that means you have to up the numbers and talk to a lot of different women. So if you're waiting around for women to approach you, how many women are doing that to the point where you're going to get enough women doing that in order for something to work? You see what I'm saying? So, a lot of guys, they could live in their fantasies and all this other stuff. I just feel like it's sad that guys continue to live in this sort of illusion. You understand? You can tell, I can tell the dudes who aren't really out here, getting it in with women. Because if you were actually getting it in with women, you would realize that shit don't work that way, where, oh, there's this girl over here and then she's giving me the choosing signal, and then we get together and then we just start fucking, or it just all the way, it just works out that way. Any dude who really deals with women understands the different variables that happen when you interacted with women. But that's pretty much it. Listen, guys, if you have any questions, click the link below and I'll holler at you later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.
Click the link below and get your bad boy gear. Get the t-shirts, Submissive Women Are Sexy, Binary as Fuck, and I'm God to These Hoes. Click the link below to get your bad boy gear today.
Now, before you go, click the link below and go to badboymembership.com. Now, badboymembership.com is a place where you go to get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Listen, I know you're tired of being rejected. Go to badboymembership.com. I know you're tired of being afraid to approach women. Go to badboymembership.com. I know you're tired of not getting the women that you want. Go to badboymembership.com. Listen, I know you're tired of being alone on a Friday night. Go to badboymembership.com. Now picture this. You'll go from not getting what you want when it comes to you dealing with women to actually getting what you want, to being the guy women want to be with, women want to date, women want to have sex with. All you need to do is go to badboymembership.com, follow the steps, learn the game, implement the game, and then you will get the woman you want. Make sure you go to badboymembership.com today. Click the link below.